So, what does it all mean? Like, what is the potential economic ramifications?
Oh, geez. I mean, does anyone really know?
No one knows,
Yeah.
but I think what we need to do as a community, an industrial community, is we need to think about what are the potentials. So unemployment is a big scare. The loss of the 401k retirement account. I think the stock market's is down 30%.
Might be a good idea to just not look at your 401k right now.
I think it's a great idea.
Wait.
Don't panic.
Yeah.
Don't panic. It'll come back. I remember in 2008, it did a deep dive, and I told everyone, don't panic, it'll come back, and it did.
Yeah.
Recession. There's a looming recession now.
So is this the catalyst that triggers this recession we talk about, where everyone says it's inevitable? Is this the catalyst? Is this what's going to send us into it?
I hope not.
Me too.
I think that it could be anywhere from a minor recession to a major recession.
Sure.
And anywhere in between. But
right.
The other thing too is, not only the people that work in the hospitality industry, the economic loss of income from that, but the airlines.
I know.
The airlines.
And we'll see what the government does, because I think there's some of these key industries who are really taking the brunt of it. And, we keep hearing like that there's going to be some sort of bailout or whatever you want to call it, some sort of stimulus package or something.
Well, they're thinking about sending a check to every single person in the United States in the next 2 weeks.
I wouldn't complain.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. And I was on, I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm on my device, and I just said, I'm going to check some airline prices. I looked at what a round trip airfare would cost from Chicago O'Hare to Miami.
Very interested in this.
Miami, Florida, leaving tomorrow, and coming back on Monday. $43 round trip.
Chicago to Miami,
$43 round, leaving in one day.
I know it's a bad idea, but I almost want to figure out how to go on a nice trip right now.
But how do you go? If you go to Miami, the beach is closed, the restaurants are closed, the bars are closed.
You might as well just be stuck.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Sit in your rent-a-car?
I would want to go to like hiking in the mountains in Colorado or something and just get away from the world for a while. That would be good. But
and the other thing,
we got too many things that we got to deal with right now to even think about taking a trip.
Yeah. The last one is the news from yesterday with the big 3 auto manufacturers closing for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine the ramifications of that. So I don't know. Lots to think about. Let's move away from all the bad things that could happen. Let's talk about the positive. Got any? I got a couple. What do you think?
I'm curious about this positive, but so the backlogs are going to fill up, right? If all these big auto manufacturers slow, is there going to be like a snapback period where it's like, okay, now it's, all these restrictions come off, maybe this thing blows over, God willing. And do we snap back, and do we see a spring back in the economy?
Right.
I don't know. I mean, that could be a positive, right?
It could be. I think there's going to definitely be demand, because there's going to be loss of inventory, right?
Right.
If we're not making stuff and the demand is still there, all of that inventory is going to be sucked out of our facilities, right?
Yeah.
So as soon as that we go back to manufacturing, there's going to be a huge demand to get it right away. And I think the demand is going to drive price. Because anytime there's a demand for something, what does it do? If there's a demand for a round trip airfare to Miami, Florida, what happens?
It's going to go up, right?
If there's not, it's going to go down.
Right.
So I think that is a potential positive that we could see, in the future.
Like, you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. There's so many different variables, and it, for me at least, I just feel like, geez, I don't even know what to think. So I'm just going to keep plugging along.
Yeah. I think that another positive is we'll always remember to practice better hygiene.
Yeah.
For sure.
So my wife's always like, wash your hands to the kids all the time.
Yeah.
And now I'm like actually listening to her.
Listen,
I'm washing my hands
sense.
like crazy.
It makes sense.